Nah, at least in the real sense of a date. That's what I'm talking about, right? You're gonna say, no, go with your friends on a date. You could do that. You could take your friends and say, hey, get married or not. You just say, hey, I want to go watch a movie. You want to come with me? Yeah, sure. A friend? Yeah, sure. But we're social beings, okay? Is that, again, that's one of the talking points that I hear people say to themselves. It feels good in a moment, but I'm calling cap on it. Okay. People are definitely going to judge you when you reveal too much too soon about yourself. Yeah, they should get to know you. They should like you. You should feel confident. Yes, understanding that at some point you're taking a risk, right? And it's a move of faith. It's always a move of faith, 100%. There's no time you're ever going to be until you die. That's 100% I know everything. It doesn't exist. So you might as well just make a move of faith, right? You see a guy you like, ask him what his name. What do you like about him? Tell him what you like about him in terms of that moment. Nice shirt, right? Compliment, right? And don't go too further, because if you go further and you're not built to be toasting a man, if you're not that kind of lady, it will become awkward and you'll mess it up. But you could literally position yourself for what you like. If he doesn't know how to grab it, he's probably not the guy. And that's fine. Don't be attached to the outcome. Okay, so now one of the things I like to share with people is that if you still work a job, then there are career events. You should be involved in all of that. Okay, that's where you get to meet people. Things that you normally do already, you should be more involved. Is it church? Then it is church, right? You should be more involved. There shouldn't be a convention going on that you're not participating. Actively, your husband will find you in that process. And if you, like I said, if you found him first, there's something that you like about him. Nice haircut, something. One compliment is all you need. If it's the right guy, he will take the bait. If it's not the right guy, no big deal. It's really not a big deal. You're a woman of a certain age, and you're just being intentional. This is one of those moments you do want to be intentional, right? But this part that I just shared with you is a tip that you need to write down. Company events, church events, get involved. Put yourself out there on things that you already naturally. What events do people go to climb the ladder, that next corporate ladder? Be involved. It doesn't have to be your company. It could be industry event, something that will help you improve on your career. Engage those things. That's how you meet new people, and you just never know. You got to put yourself out there. Okay, gotta put yourself out there. The dating apps, for obvious reasons, okay, for obvious reasons, dating apps, it's just not where it's at. If you're going to play the game of the dating apps, you can't be emotionally attached to it. It's like flip, right? And there's a good chance that sometimes you leave the app, you don't go there for days in a row, right? And you come back and you're like, oh Lord, right? It's just not natural. What can be natural is when you go out to events, right? Go out to events. Step out in the evening with your lady friends, right? And be open to having a conversation. A lot of those people are going to become friends, lifelong friends. They don't have to be romantic partners. Get to know people. See, it's showing your energy, and that's already by itself also a very attractive thing. Okay. All right. Are you being funny or flirty? 75% of couples aged 20 to 90 met in some kind of social settings, though. Only 21% meet online. Hey, take a look at that. I don't know the source of that stat, but maybe this will tell you something. I didn't even know that was there. Get a bigger social network. Join hobbies, activities. Okay. So now instead of you thinking of Tinder, think Instagram. Okay. Think where majority of people are for many other reasons, other interests outside of dating. Okay. Go to social things with your friends. Having a life that seems fun to be a part. Remember, everyone wants to be a part of a good thing, and they can feel it. They can see, they can feel it. So be that person that people want to be a part of what you have going on. It could be because of how you stay fit. It could be because of how you move, how you talk, all those things you can improve on. It could be because you're a leader, you're in leadership now, you're on a stage, you're talking, you've taken on a passion. All the other things that we don't worry about, but we worry about dating, now start worrying about those things, right? And then while you're doing that, while you're doing life, which is why I don't fall for what Patrick was telling me, that ASU strike. While you're doing life, you meet people. It's while you're doing life. You don't stop life, or life doesn't stop and then stop you from meeting people. They're supposed to be working concurrently. Okay? Because that's the natural order of things. Okay? We all need connection. We're not talking about your professional life or your professional life should never stop your opportunity to date. It shouldn't be. You're doing something wrong if it is stopping you. Oh, it's my career. No, there's something that you're doing wrong. Your career never stops that. But it's always an active marketplace. And if you are hot in the market, you will be scooped. Okay? Man or woman. Having a life that seems fun to be attractive. Okay. Expectation, that's the problem with dating nowadays. Here's one idea. Take it or leave it. Get off dating apps. All right. I'm actually leaning in that direction. Dating apps. Because again, it's so obvious and predictable. You're there to find a husband or for hookup. And then here you are. A bunch of people are matching you because they want to hook up. And you're like, no, I'm looking for a husband. And that looks weird too. You're looking for a husband? Like, what do you mean? I'm not talking to anyone that's not serious. Okay, keep talking. I'm not interested. Why? Not because you're wrong. Again, it just feels weird to a typical guy that you're just talking about marriage. We don't even know each other yet. Right? So for me personally, I'm kind of leaning in that direction. I may just call it a rule at some point. Get off dating apps. Use regular social media platforms. Become interesting on regular social media platforms. Don't overdo it. Don't do photo shoots, elaborate all the time unless you're an actress, unless you're an actor. If that has something to do with how you make money, sure. But a little balance between selfies, regular human being, you out, you take food or anything like that, and a balance between that and being a normal human being, right? Something that looks like this is a normal human being I want to connect with, right? That's what I'm talking about. You see a picture of a guy that you like or something like that is in your circle, but you see him online, you hit like. That may just be all he needs to make the move. Right? I'm dropping some tips. Take the next 2 years in self-development. This is key. This is a powerful one. And working out, financial investing, have your own purpose and drive. These things should not stop you from meeting people. That's the key. I know way too many people that they're doing these things, but these things are getting in the way in weird ways, Okay? It shouldn't get in the way. It's supposed to help, okay? All right? So don't use this to disengage from your feminine power.